Are you big? Are you working with a big company and you deal with their assets, which they has to go, and so you can have a space available. Your employees can work on what they need to work on, not to focus on how to get rid of their assets which they need to go. My today's guest is Vice President of Access Logic, nationwide asset decommissioning company, Victor Gichun. Please help me welcoming Victor. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you, Bashir. Thank you for having me here.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who are you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
That was an interesting story. It was in 2012. I just 1 year since I moved to the US from Russia, and I had a software business in Russia, and I was looking for a buyer, and I was looking for a partner here in the US who has a better experience than I had, and I was a newcomer, and I went to a birthday party in Los Altos Hills, California, and I met my current partner and CEO, and we talked the whole night. I believe I didn't talk to anyone that night, and he said he had an idea, a good idea for a business. And I said, okay, tell me your idea. He said, you know what, I want to be part of this business, so I wouldn't tell you just this idea. He said, okay, how about that? I'll tell you my idea I have for business, and if you like it, you tell me your idea, and then we can discuss. He said, it works. So I told him my idea. He was surprised. He said, you know what, it's exactly idea he had. What are the odds of this, okay? It was amazing. And we started talking, and we started meeting after that. So, and then later, we just established company. And since then, since 2013, we're running successful nationwide asset liquidation business. So this is how it happened. Just party in Los Altos Hills. I met my current partner.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid?
What I learned from my experience, this is my 4th business right now. So the previous 3 I sold, and what I learned from my experience, the first thing, and everybody trying to do this, to hire not A grade, kind of not top performers, to save money on salaries and hire B and C players. And this is one of the biggest mistake the founders and the business owners can do, because the results that produced by B and C players uncomparable with the results you can get from A players. And the way the business, it's so much easier to run the business with A players if you hire A players than with B and C players. The second mistake, it's not to have measurable metrics for the performance, and A players actually, they like to be measured. B players and C players, they hate it. And this is another reason why you're not supposed to hire this type of employees. Just hire only A players. Measurable metrics. And the second thing is the bonuses for when they outperform the KPIs they have. And the third mistake, I would say, it's when you don't invest enough in training and coaching. This need to be as a system in your company. For example, in my company, every new salesperson comes, they have 2 weeks training. They just train and train and train, and it's so intensive. So they go back to college. They feel this way, but after that, they start doing what they're supposed to do, and result we get right away, next day. We don't need to wait 6 months after that. This is the result of the good training and coaching.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn, and how did you recover from it?
Every time I remember this, what happened to me, and again in 2012, it was just 1 year since I moved here. I went to another private party in Los Altos Hills, California, and I met, that time nobody knew this person. He was a CEO of newly created startup Coinbase. Right now, everybody knows what is Coinbase. They just went IPO. That time, nobody knew Brian Armstrong. I met him and we sat in front of each other, and he was looking for investment for his startup. And he told me and the guest who was at the party about the new blockchain technologies, about cryptocurrencies, about Bitcoin. And I just moved from Moscow and we had web money. We have different digital currency there. It was not kind of cryptocurrency, but it was digital currency. It was not a big thing. Nobody pretty much talked about that. And bad for me that actually I had $100,000 that time to invest, and I was looking for actually startups to invest. And I didn't take it seriously. I was close-minded, and that time Bitcoin was $10. So if I listened to Brian Armstrong, if I invested in either Coinbase or I just bought Bitcoin and spent my $100,000, so this spring when Bitcoin hit $65,000, I would have had $650 million. So this is mistake. This is the cost of be close-minded. Don't listen to people. Don't be open to new ideas, which you think you understand and you actually not understanding deeply. So since then, what I'm doing, first of all, I waited until Bitcoin went to, I would say, like $6,000. I started buying, kind of how I fix this problem. And secondly, I just listen people more carefully right now. And if I don't understand, or I think I really understand, I still trying to get more information on any new idea I get, so I can really make judgment only after that. So I'm trying to avoid to be like close-minded.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can follow?
So the first secret, which again I explored here in the US, is you need to find a partner. There's very few people I know in the world who run in business themselves. So Bill Gates, he had Paul Allen partner. The Steve Jobs, he had Steve Wozniak, Tim, and some. And if you take Larry Ellison, had his brother, and so on and so forth. It's very hard to run business alone. And if you want to start business, the biggest success you can get if you have a partner who share the same values, and he has a good work ethic, and he complement your skills. So you have, let's say, good skills in software development, then you need to have a business partner. This is the first secret. Find a partner. The second one is to find a mentor. The person who can be not involved in business, but who has experience of growing business from, let's say, $1 million to $10 million. So he really had this track record and he can prove it. So this person can really help you to change the growth of your company from linear growth, which is most of the company have, to exponential. And the third, it's you need to invest about 50% of all money you make into something you really understand. Because like Warren Buffett said, if you don't have income while you're sleeping, then you will work until you die. And this is truth. So every money you make, you need to at least 50% of your money invest in something, but something which you really understand. So this is 3 secrets. Find a partner, find a mentor, and invest 50% at least of your money.
Thank you so much. That's amazing nuggets. I truly appreciate it. Victor, we are entering into a speed round. That means short questions and quick answers. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
What is the most impactful book you have read, and what did you learn from it?
So I would say I have 2 books which I would like to share with my with the audience. The first one is Predictable Revenue by Aaron Ross. So this book being written by Aaron Ross, who used to work for Salesforce, and this book I learned from this book, and I use by now still this approach of outbound sales, how to develop the predictable revenue in your company so you can predict what's gonna happen when you hire more people, what to expect from these people. And the second book, what I would suggest, it's a Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. This book answer all questions a business owner or co-founder may have about business, how to hire people, how to structure company, how to delegate, how to pay bonuses and track and everything. So this is 2 books: Predictable Revenue by Aaron Ross and Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes.
What do you want to be remembered for?
I truly believe that I would like to be remembered as being a contributor, because I agree with Tony Robbins, who he once said that only people who actually contribute, who help without getting anything back, then they feel real joy of life. So I want to feel real joy of life, and I want to help as many people as I can to achieve what they want to achieve. And I believe there is a lot of people around who are looking for some insights and information. So I want to be remembered as a contributor who help a lot of people to achieve their goals.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
The first thing I do is I just accept, because if something happened, you can't change, it's already happened. So first, accept. And this is one of the hardest. People start kind of feeling like they're victim or something. So the second thing, you need to really absorb it and take, it's like it happened. Everything which happened to you, it because of you. So I did something or I didn't do something, and this is why it happened, unless it's a hurricane. And then analyze, why did this happen, and can I prevent it in the future? And in the meantime, I'm looking for solutions, not just one solution, but you need to have at least 2-3 solutions, and then you analyze which one would work better and more cost efficient. So this is the way I deal with any challenges. And when you run business, you have a lot of challenges every day, but I'm talking about serious challenges, like grow revenue, grow company, go IPO, whatever, this type of things.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
So we haven't decided what would be the point when we can tell we grew up, meaning, you mean business, right? Like business reached some point. If we go in IPO, or we're going to be just acquired by some private equity company, which is more likely for our type of business. But what I definitely know that by the time when I can exit this business, when it happened, I would like to build a club of the contributors, the people which I mentioned before, who really want to contribute to the community, their experience, their insights, their mistakes, what they learned, because I do believe that the more people will contribute to the society, to the community, their experience, the more people can learn, avoid mistakes, and the society will be growing faster and better. So we can make together the world as a better place. It sounds a little bit like cliche, but this is really I want to do. I want to gather those people worldwide, so we can all help to newcomers, new guys who has a light in their eyes to grow faster and achieve their goals faster. This is what I want to do when I have exit.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
That's very easy, because she's pretty reasonable. So what I need to do, I need just to show the numbers, how I'm gonna make money out of it. And she's very good at math, so she always look at this and critical thinking. So it's not a problem. It's not emotional decision on her side. She have good analytical mind, so she just look at this and she can tell, how about this, how about that. And actually, when I share my new ideas, it's helpful to always share, to get this feedback. And a lot of things have been changed during this brainstorm and improved, and we got better results. So that's very easy to convince.
What are you grateful for today?
First of all, I would say I'm grateful to my parents, because they gave me really good health. Thank God and thank my parents. I got very good genes. I got from my my father, the very good work ethic. I learned that, yeah, you need to work hard and smart to succeed in life. Secondly, I would like to say thank you so much for my current partner and one of the mentors, because for seeing my values and giving me opportunity to join mutual business with him. And this is really helpful, especially for someone who moved to a new country. I really appreciate it. And secondly, I would like to say thank you so much to State Department of the United States of America for granting me the citizenship last year, because finally my childhood dream come true and I become the US citizen. So thank you, everyone. Right.
Who is your living mentor and what is the impact they have on you?
So my living mentor is Jay Abraham, the highest paid mentor in the world, I would say, and he mentored like Tony Robbins, for example, one of his students, and another one would be Damon John, the CEO and founder of Fubu, and if you watch Shark Tank, you can see him there. Another of his students was the original founder of FedEx, and so how Jay and he has more than 10,000 clients worldwide. He spent all his career helping to fix business and change the linear growth into exponential growth. This is like things which Jay does, and he's good at it, and he changing your way you look at the things, so the mindset. This is like the things with Jay, how he helps other businesses to grow exponentially. So all his ideas, if they implemented correctly, they really change the way the business growing from linear to exponential, and this is really powerful.
Why is being impactful important to you?
As I mentioned before, so for me, it's very important to help people, because otherwise you don't really feel joy of life. You can have a lot of money, but the feeling which you have when you help somebody, and the feedback and the emotions you receive back from this person, it's really powerful. So my goal is to help as many people as I could, and I just feel good. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just feeling. I feel that I live full life when I help people. This is probably the reason.
How do you start your day?
So I'm a member of 5 a.m. club. I just learned there's a club like that. I even didn't know. So I wake up at 5 again. Thanks to my business partner who wake up very early. So, and since we work from 7 a.m., so I wake up at 5 a.m. I drink usually like lemon with olive oil to cleanse my liver. Then I do Tibetan rites exercises to improve my like energy balance, stretching, then meditation, and then I drink like Tibetan monks drink. One of my friends taught me. It's to improve your immune system. It's a ginger, turmeric, lemon, honey, and warm tea every day. This really protects you from a lot of viruses, and then I go to work and start calling East Coast clients, because they already have, when it's 7 here, it's already 10 a.m. in New York and Boston and other so places. It's very good to, when you're on West Coast, to wake up early.
Who is your ideal client?
So our ideal client, I would say, it's a company from high tech, biotech, internet, or medical devices company. I would say 300 to 5,000 people. This established company, they usually have a lot of equipment, IT equipment, test equipment, lab equipment, any type of equipment that they want to decommission, recycle, and resell. And this is what we do. So this client have big enough problem which Access Logic can help them to solve, because there is a lot of value very often in the assets which company consider actually e-waste, and we recover this value for them. So I see this is the best fit for our company with those clients who have 150 minimum people per location, so they can see real impact from our help.
What is the advice you would give to your younger self?
Advice. So what I would give advice for myself, it's first of all, follow my dream. Whatever it is, just follow it. And the second one, don't be afraid of anything, because the fear of failure, fear of rejection, we all have it, and really need to develop not to be afraid of anything. And the thirdly, start business as soon as possible. So this is like 3 advices: follow the dream, don't be afraid of anything, and start business.
How can we support you?
As I mentioned, I just started my the newly focused podcast, The Contributors, and I'm inviting the executives from different companies, successful companies, so they can share their experience with the audience and help the new people who just starting their careers as IT people or sales people or operations people who wants to become like those people who I'm inviting. So if you can suggest some people from your guests to my podcast, I would love to interview them, and as well I can suggest for my guests to join your podcast as well, so they can spread the information and knowledge and experience through your podcast as well. I think this mutual exchange of guests will be very beneficial for both of us.
Wonderful. Thank you, Victor, for sharing. I would be happy to. Some of the guests were very top level, so I will recommend you those guests. Thank you.
Thank you, Bashir.
What would you say about your guest experience on the show?
It was fun. It's actually the first interview here in the US. I participate like this podcast. It's a little bit nervous, but it's fun. So I like it, and those questions help me to look at my experience from outside and like rethink again. So where I am right now and where I'm going. So it was very helpful. Thank you, and fun.
What would you say as a final word?
The final word I would say, I would probably again saying to the people who are looking for how to start their own business, what I would say then for them is, don't look for big idea. It's a big mistake that people think, okay, first I need to find a big idea and then I will start my business. As Mark Zuckerberg said, if he was looking for an idea how to unite people, he would never start Facebook. So first he started doing something he really liked and he had fun out of it. And then they figure out, oh, what they're actually doing, this is uniting people. Same here. So you need to find a partner who, as I mentioned before, who complement your skills and who has the same work ethic as you, or even better, and then start something which generate cash, money, revenue. And then once you reach the $1 million, then you need to find a mentor who can help you to propel your business to $10 million. Once you reach that goal, find another mentor and get to $50 million and just repeat. So I think this is the best kind of thing that anybody can do. Partner, mentor, don't look for idea. When you run in business, when you're making money, then you look for around, you can find some ideas, you can pivot, you can go anywhere. Like Sony, the first product Sony created was the machine to cook rice. And we all know Sony. They produce everything, right? They didn't look for big idea. They just made something which was in demand. They made rice cooker. Made money, move on. Made money, move on.
Thank you so much, Victor Gichun, for sharing your time and wisdom with us on the behalf of Entrepreneur Empowerment Club and our entire team. We really appreciate you. I hope our path cross again with another topic. Until then, you have a wonderful time.
So I have. I need to say something. Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yeah, yeah, just yeah. You
Thank you
can say
so much,
something.
Balchit, for having me here. It was really pleasure talking to you and answering these questions. And I hope your podcast will reach $10 million people real soon, and you will become famous and get a lot of invitations from BBC, CNBC, and other TV channels to host the Saturday night live show, something like that. Thank you, Bashir.
Wonderful.